question, I'm still struggling to make money. If you just follow your trade suggestions, will I be able to make a living until I get good? I would strongly recommend not listening to me or not listening to anyone. I think that's a really costly mistake, because unless at some point, once I finish all the course and all the other projects that I got going on, I probably will talk more. You know, you heard me say 14 is probably a swing buy, good for at least 4 points. You know, stuff like that, that's okay, because it's clear. You buy above 14, you put a stop below 14, and you place a limit order to get out 4 points higher. So that's pretty good. But a lot of times I'm just taking little scalps all day long, you know, selling above 32, you know, selling above 37 and through here. I did several little trades in here. And I'm not telling you all the details. I'm not saying, oh, I'm putting a stop here and I'm not going to let the stop get hit. I'm going to scale in this particular case. I'm not saying any of that. I remember years ago, I forget the name of the company, maybe it was Essex Trading. I paid them $3,000 for formulas. I subscribed to all kinds of guru newsletters and hotlines, and it was just total waste of money, right? If you see some clown on television saying gold is going up or crude oil is going down or the stock market is going up, you cannot make money off that, because you hear me say this pretty regularly. 10% of the time, you can only make money buying or only make money selling. 90% of the time, you can buy or sell at any point and make money if you manage your trade correctly. So 10% of the bars in the chart, the market's doing this, you can only make money if you sell. But 90% of the bars in the chart, the market's doing this, and you can make money buying or selling at any time. You know, today we had pretty good swings here and here, so maybe more than 10% is breakout. But on a typical day, it's like this. You can buy at any point, you can sell at any point if you use a wide enough stop and scale in and manage your trade correctly. So I would not worry too much about what I say or about what anybody else says. You sometimes hear the adage, you teach a man to fish, you don't give him a fish. And that's true with trading, right? Until you're completely comfortable taking full responsibility, it's really hard to make a living. And everyone, especially if you're starting out and your account is not big, it's easy to say, oh my gosh, I'm really desperate. I got to make money doing this. It took me so much time to save up this money. I don't want to lose my other job while I start this job. There's just a lot of personal issues involved. And I can tell you that I believe it's extremely difficult to make money if you have to make money. If you're really desperate to make money, it's really hard to make money, because you're going to be miserable, you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to be only worried about risk. And there are 3 variables: risk, reward, and probability. A person who's desperate to make money only sees one variable: risk. I can't afford to lose. Right? 1 point, 2 points, I got to get out. Right? Even though the market might call for a stop that's 5 points above. So you sell the 58 close, and you say, I can only risk a point or two. And then it starts to go up here, and you get out, right? If you're selling the 58 close, your stop is up there, period. That's it, right? If you're buying the 17 close, your stop may be down here. I think more down here. So that's it. So if you take that trade, that's where your stop is. And if a person is only thinking about risk, they're saying, well, I know that's where Al says the stop goes, but maybe I'll just maybe I'll buy the 17 close and take a chance that we'll just go straight up, and I'll put a 1 point stop in. And then you get stopped out on 18, and you lost money buying. You made a really smart trade. You bought in a market that's probably going up, but you managed it wrong because all you saw was risk, and you did not want to lose more than a point. But going back to your question, I think it's really impossible to make money listening to somebody else unless they're saying every little thing that they're doing. And I can't do it because I take so many trades during the day. And if I'm talking as I'm trying to make a decision about, do I move the stop here? Do I get out there? Do I just get out with 2 ticks? Do I try to hold for 2 points? I cannot do both. It'll cost me too much money. Sometimes you get bars like 14 or even 27 that you can just say, you buy above 14, stop below 14, and you hold for 4 points. Or you sell below 27, stop above 27, and you get out at the 24, 25 low. You know, those things you can say because you said the whole package. You said where the stop is. You said where the limit order is. You know, you said where the entry is. But most of the trades I take during the day, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get out with 1 point or 2 points. Sometimes I'll take finesse trades where there's some unusual situation where the risk is really not all that big and the reward is big, or the actual risk is not big, the initial risk is big. I'm using a wide stop, but I'm never going to let the stop be hit. In terms of actual risk, the actual risk is small and the reward is big. So I don't know, I hope I'm answering your question, but I really think looking for a God or a Savior to protect you so that you don't lose money is not going to do it. That's not what you need. You know, what you need is practice, and you got to get a lot of trades under your belt before you start feeling comfortable that you can do this. And depending on someone else to hold your hand as you do it, it's just not going to work. I remember I once hired a tutor. The guy, I still see him out there every now and then at the shows. I think he's a total fraud, but you know, he's still out there. And 25 years ago, I paid him like $3,000 to come in for the day, and I lost $3,000 with him sitting by my side that day. So I paid him $3,000. I lost $3,000, and I started pressing him. You know, you're here with me. You know, you're not trading. You know, how many days do you go out and teach? How many days do you trade? Anyway, what it came down to was he says he never trades. And so here he is teaching people how to trade, and he's not a trader. The guy, he was a fraud, right? The guy's a fraud. He's not in the game. I was desperate, willing to pay anything to get somebody to show me how to do it. But even if he showed me 1 or 2 things that day, that still would not have been enough, because those 2 things would not be there tomorrow or the next day or the next day. There's a lot more to a trade than just setups. In fact, you know, you hear me regularly say, I've already said it a few minutes ago, most of the time, if you use a correct stop and a correct profit target, you can make money buying or selling. It's obvious when the market is like this, right? You can buy or sell. You know, you can buy below anything, sell above anything, and just keep scalping. But most of the time, you can do that, right? So you don't need someone to say, oh, Al, buy this, or oh, Al, sell that. And the stops are always obvious as well, right? So if you're buying anywhere in here, your stop is down here. If you're selling anywhere in here, your stop is up there. After this breakout, if you're selling anywhere below here, your stop is up here. So any person starting out, they know where the stop is. For the most part, if the market's trending, they see it's going up and they know where the stop is, right? So you buy, you put your stop, and then you wait until it's not going up anymore. Here, right? You know it's going down, so you sell for any reason at any time and put your stop up here, and you buy back when it's no longer going up. You know, maybe above 60, you know, maybe more likely above 71. But that's pretty much the simplistic view to trading, right? And not worrying somebody going to show me, tell me, Al, move my stop. Al, you know, move your profit target. You know. When you look at the chart, you know where the stop is, right? And if the market's going up, you know you have to buy. If the market's going down, you know you have to sell, and you know where the stop is. And if you're going to take the trade, that's what you do. When the market's going up, you just buy, and you put your stop there, and you just hold on. It's much better if you can scale in. So you buy, and you scale in lower, right? If it goes down, that's good. I would not buy up here. I think there's too much risk of that being the end. Here, you know, we're probably going down. We stopped at that high. But theoretically, if you sold anywhere down here, let's say you did not get out above 12, which you should have, right? Your stop is up here, and you look to scale in. As soon as you get a bear bar, you sell more. Right? Trading up through here, and you're buying, and you know this is an example of one of those buy the close bars, and you get disappointed. You know, you got to get out here. But if you sell on the way down, sell here, sell there, right? Stock goes up here, and you just hold on until it's no longer going down. You know, get out above 62. Maybe get out above 60, 63, above 64, 66, right? Trading is really not that complicated, and I think traders learn. If you just listen to me during the day, I'm telling you, the stop goes here, and you say, well, I don't want to risk that much. Well, don't take the trade, but if you're going to take the trade, that's where the stop goes. And if at the end of the day you sit down and listen to what I'm saying, you'll say, hey, wait a minute, what Al said made sense. you know, if I did buy there and I did put that stop there, or if I did sell there and I did put that stop there, I would have made money. I have to risk more than I wanted to risk, but I would have made money. So if you can trade small enough, you can do it. And I think it's much easier to, you know, to make money if you can trade small and use the correct stops and not worry about losing. Anyway, I'm talking too much and I'm losing my voice. Okay, hope everybody has a good night. This is, I think, an exhaustive sell climax. This is huge. I think even though on the daily chart today is a pretty good entry bar for the bears, I still think it's going to be 2 or 3 day pullback, and that in March, in the first week or two, we'll get above here. But I think there'll be sellers up there. You know, a lot of bulls are looking at this and they're selling, but some of those bulls are using stops way, way up here, thinking that we may go up a little higher. I still think the odds are we're going to go above Friday's high, but I would not be surprised if we did not. But I still think we'll get one more push up, and that will probably be it. Maybe a wedge, bear flag, 1 push, 2 pushes, pull back, and then 3 pushes 2 or 3 weeks from now, and that'll probably be it. Okay, hope everybody has a good night.